It's Monday night, and you know what that means.
Keanu Reeves stopping a robbery. No,
I
no,
mean-
I'm not kidding. Like, just like last small tangent right before we decided to start. I got updated. I follow this. Oh, hello. I follow a bunch of filmmakers. On a, I think their channel is pronounced Corridor. I don't know why I'm having a problem. So, they've been testing out a lot of VFX footage and all this kinds of stuff. So they hired a guy that kind of looks like Keanu Reeves,
Okay.
masked out his face, and then, superimposed it on the character's face, and then had a play out of a fake robbery
Uh-huh.
to make it look like Keanu Reeves stopped a robbery. I'm not. It's freaking hilarious. Here, I'm posting that right there.
Oh, this was like some deep fake shit or something.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Apparently they did it yesterday.
Huh.
Then you put that in live show?
It's
In
really
show
funny.
announcements.
Oh, okay.
Oh fuck! What the
You
shit?
totally put that in show announcements, buddy.
What? No, I didn't.
That's...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have screenshots.
Alright, now it's in live show.
Okay.
Alright, I think I need to bring this up. Because why the hell not?
Alright. Do we want to watch it? It's like 3 minutes long.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, okay, so like skip to say
My god, why is it filmed vertically?
cuz it's supposed to look like
Pulls out a fucking Neo.
yeah. Alright, so skip to
46 seconds.
46 seconds? Alright.
no, 2 minutes. Skip to 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Alright, let me bring
Straight-
the URL up
But
here.
46 seconds is when the robbery starts.
Yeah, but it doesn't really get interesting until 2 minutes, and we're kind of trying to skip around.
But he pulls out a fan of money.
I get that, but
Okay, that's a friggin' ad. Yeah. Okay, 2 minutes or
Interesting.
46 seconds? Where are we starting from?
2 minutes. Just do 2 minutes.
Alright.
2 minutes is where it gets funny.
Trim this.
he does the
down.
John Wick thing at 2 minutes, though. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying 2 minutes.
Go to 153. What is this?
Look at how nice he is.
Trust me, you'll make
Use
money
the
money
car.
that way.
I should have ran to this stupid store.
Hey, you! Come here! Get over here! You come any closer and I'll shoot! You hear me?
Look, let me be your hostage.
Don't want to shoot
Okay.
games, Keanu Reeves.
Just take the gun and put it to my head. Let him go. Sam, you go.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fucking
And you
hilarious.
can put me in the
What are you
armor.
doing, Keanu?
It's okay. We'll make more money this way.
What? Don't do it! You drop it down! Get down!
That's awesome.
Fucking
Sorry
hey.
about that. So it was Sam, right?
Alright, I'm glad.
That is weird.
Do you still not want your car?
That's hilarious.
Oh man, holy shit.
Funny funny thing is, I think Keanu Reeves will get a kick out of watching this.
I have a feeling he probably would as well. There's this. Okay. He has a Twitter, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Ooh, troubleshooting a frozen teapot.
Keanu Reeves.
Save that for later. Galactic Public, Templin.
I feel like if Keanu Reeves actually had a Twitter, he would be checkmarked.
Probably. So how are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm
My mind has
Yeah.
been stuck on fucking work since last week.
I mean, Pav, you could say good or bad.
kind of a week. It's my car started stalling, and I took it into the shop. I went through this whole thing with them, and I'm a little grumpy. And then, yeah, I've had a week.
I totally know how that feels. My day sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. My day really sucked. I got a new tool. No, I meant toy. Let's be real here. I got a new toy for work, and I was intending on actually playing with it all day, doing maintenances and stuff. It's something to help clean condensing coils much faster, and
Mhm.
it works. I got to use it once, and let's just say the condenser I was cleaning was on a hill, and I ended up having a little disagreement with said hill, and I think the hill got the better end of that whole disagreement because I was covered in mud.
Oh, good.
So in order for me to actually go throughout the rest of the day without being covered in mud, I had to hose myself off,
Jesus Christ.
which actually worked out quite well because the shirt and my pants are very fast drying. What did you
What?
say?
Just
Yes.
go to your client and say, "Can I borrow your hose really quick?"
Well, I was using the hose to clean the coils, so
Okay.
that was already kind of a given. So I spent the next 3 hours with wet underwear because, unfortunately, while my pants and my shirt dry fast, my underwear does not.
Oh God.
Ugh.
And then I got to play in the city, and it was not fun. Very not fun. I ended up walking for about an hour and a half just to get to and from my truck.
Jesus.
Yeah, they closed down a street, running the entire length of the street from one side of the city to the other.
Dang.
Fucking A.
So all the people who live on said street couldn't park in said street. So they parked in all the other streets. Guess who had no parking?
You.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
But yeah, they sucked for the most part. It ended all right.
Oh, man.
Got a new hat over the weekend.
What kind of hat?
A Thule hat.
You say this as if that makes sense to me.
Do you know what a boonie hat is?
I have a
I
vague
do.
idea.
Okay. The Thule hat is a boonie hat with buttons on the sides so that the portion of the brim that sits over the ears can be pushed up and held there.
Yeah,
Really
I
nice
know what
hat.
you're talking about.
Yeah, I like it. I'm wearing it right now. It's keeping my hair out of my face. And I'm breaking it in still. But I like it. Like it a lot. That was the
So-
highlight of my weekend.
So it's okay. All right.
Do you want me to pull up a picture of it?
I've already have a picture of it. I'm looking at it.
Do you not like it?
It's- I just didn't expect that to be your style.
It's not.
It's for work.
But no,
It's fucking
actually,
hot.
Actually, no. It's because apparently, according to Panda, it suits me. And I like it, but I'm sick of wearing ball caps. They don't actually do the job that they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah, I have one of those now, and I'm wearing it right now. I feel like an Australian cowboy.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm thinking too. That's what
I
it looks
feel
like.
like an Australian cowboy. I kid. I like it. I'm
Oh
gonna see if
god.
that actually pops up. Australian cowboy hat. Well, holy shit. Not quite. Close though. Oh, there's one.
I think it's
Except it's leather. Mine's made of canvas. Mine's made of canvas.
What in God's name is this cartoony shit?
I don't
have
even know
no
what you're
idea,
looking
but it's
at.
fucking hilarious.
That is an actual product called
it's-
Men's Fashion Autumn Winter Wool
What the
Bowler
fuck?
Coat.
That's obviously photoshopped though.
No.
Yes, it is obviously photoshopped.
What the fuck is this?
Stop denying my reality. It's photoshopped.
It's just not gonna work.
Nope.
No, the way it sits on his head in this picture tells me it's not.
No, looks photoshopped still. I mean, the guy's obviously in this picture. It is obviously portrayed that he's
What the fuck is that hat?
voluntarily wearing it.
Is that
And
what?
no man would voluntarily wear that, even for money.
What if he's got a little monkey and he's wearing a bright yellow suit? That's where my mind fucking goes. Is Curious George. Like,
You know what?
You have to work in a zoo
That's exactly
own this hat.
what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I can see that now. Except the brim isn't wide enough.
No, it's definitely not wide enough. But what's the design on the indents? Like it
That's-
slightly looks like a really really large ranger hat, but it doesn't at the same time.
like
I want to say that it's balls. You know, like your balls are really cold, but your scrotum hasn't caught up with what your balls are doing. So it's just a
I
whole
see.
bunch of loose skin hanging down there.
Ugh.
that is some very firm skin he's got on his head. Then
Yeah, right.
Fucking-
Gravity
Yeah,
isn't
well-
affecting it in any way.
this must be what
He's-
the
he's-
Coneheads wore to blend in on Earth. Fucking
He's compensating for the lack of scrotum on his chin. I just call him gay. Does that make me a bad guy?
no.
Good.
I mean,
Oh my God,
I mean,
this
I don't care if
fucking
it
hat.
does. I don't care if it does, but still, does it?
no, I don't. I'm not sure where we're going with this
This
joke.
looks like a hat that's been improperly scaled for a model. Like fucking A.
I need to actually tweet out this show.
It's like reverse clipping. There are obvious gaps and it's driving me nuts.
Oh man, Jesus! Today is wow, that stutter. Today is Prime Day, and I have no money that I wish I could have, because there's a few
Prime
monitor.
Day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's
It's, It's Prime
No,
Day through.
I actually bought something on Amazon earlier today, and I didn't even realize it was Prime Day.
Yeah, it's
It's not
it's
getting here until Thursday.
what the fuck? It's Prime Day. It should be
Right?
1-day shipping.
Right?
Because fuck the fulfillment
ordered it.
centers.
I ordered it this morning, and it's telling me that it's not going to get here until Thursday.
I'm sure by now
That is-
everyone and their dog is backed up. It's like, oh god, we got all this volume, all these goddamn orders.
I feel
Shit.
very sad about it because I kind of need it for work.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that contributed
uh,
to my bad day. I left my my thermometers in one of the houses. I didn't realize
Wait,
it
so
until
it's-
I got back to my truck 40 minutes later. And I was not
It's-
walking 40 fucking minutes back to that freaking maintenance.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
Yeah, well, it's fucking Prime Day through tomorrow, and nothing on Prime Day is what I'm looking for. It's like, I just want a new fucking motherboard and processor combo, and I can't even get that. It's like, you can buy a new rig for $1,200. It's $200 off. Look, the savings.
Let's see what's on my thing.
Fucking.
Let's see. I've got Prime Day launches. Lip gloss, bunch of Mieka products.
Is there something you need to share with the class there?
My wife needs to stop shopping on my account.
There we go.
Does she though?
Ooh, there's a drone. No, she's not going to stop shopping on my account. Are you kidding? It's too convenient.
Right?
Bouillon Canvas 20 drawing pen display graphics monitor.
That's a very interesting monitor to recommend to you, of all people.
$500. I mean, yeah, for me of all people, that's a great thing to freaking recommend too. I'm never fucking getting that.
I don't need monitors. I don't need headsets. I don't need a
I'd spend-
laptop.
There's
Fucking-
Oh, is that a fucking vending machine?
That's something you might want.
Okay, it looked like a
All of a
vending
sudden-
machine because of the way they had everything in here. Let me post this.
All of a sudden, Pig was interested.
Oh man, Prime Day deals on Tupperware.
Oh jeez.
Because I buy a lot of that.
I'm not surprised.
The Audio Technica AT2020 is only $75 right now.
Nice.
This is, for those of you who don't know, it's a freaking fantastic mic.
Marlowe Classic Pomade.
Oh god,
Bunch of
60%. 60% off pet food. Please no. Don't order pet food through Amazon. I'll tell you what happens when you order pet food from Amazon. It hits our belt and the box just breaks. Every fucking time. Dog food, cat food, cat litter, bird
speed
food.
electric bike,
Christ.
$1,300. Freaking
Oh, electric
Hot
bike.
Wheels.
So basically, everyone at Amazon was really pissed when that Harrison Ford commercial came out.
Wait, what?
All right, so there was a commercial for Alexa, which
Uh-huh.
is Amazon, with Harrison Ford in it, and apparently they were talking about all of the things they tried to implement Alexa in that were like retarded and made things worse for people, and one of them was a dog collar.
Okay.
And so it was the joke was basically every time the dog barked, Alexa ordered dog food from Amazon.
Oh god.
And so you just had Harrison Ford yelling at the dog. He's like, "I'm not paying for that."
I'm not paying for that. Give me back my family. Get off my plane, dog.
I was gonna say wrong actor, but I guess that kind of still works.
I can't do a fucking Harrison Ford impression to save my life.
You can't do an impression to save your life.
No, that too.
God damn it! I was going to type in Harrison Ford, and I started typing in impression. Fuck you too.
Kygo Life A4300 on-ear Bluetooth headphones for $120, but it comes in olive green, so that's nice, I guess. Battle Angel Alita Limited Collector's Edition, $200.
How
Still
about
haven't seen that
no?
movie. I want to see it. Norton 360, $100.
Hey, how about this
Hey,
deal on
everybody.
antivirus that no one wants?
No. Hey, everybody, let's fuck over your computer for an extra $100.
I
Oh,
paid
let's
Amazon
see.
$100 for a
SpongeBob
virus.
SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants, the best 200 episodes ever, $70.
That's not
The
worth it.
full Star Trek trilogy, the Kelvin timeline, in 4K UHD. I'd actually buy that.
What
I
exactly?
liked the Star Trek trilogy, the Kelvin timeline. You know, the new ones.
There was 3 films.
The Chris Pine
Yeah.
ones.
You liked them, huh?
Yeah, I did actually.
A lot of people that I know that like Star Trek did not like them.
I like Star Trek, and I liked them because I could see them as an actual, as a separate timeline.
I didn't say every.
I agree that if you're like a hardcore Trekkie, odds are you're not going to like it because you have a stick up your ass. But I've been a Star Trek fan since I was a little boy, and I really liked them. Just it puts such an interesting spin on the universe by just taking one person away from Kirk's life. It just changed things that much about the character. Yet
Still got this fucking hat
not
on
change
screen.
anything about him at all, really. And that's Prime Day. Here. Phone cases, headphones, backpacks for technology, smart pen sync, mobile thing.
Just reading off all the things that are on Amazon
I'm just
Prime.
I mean, a TicWatch Pro 4G.
See, I'm interested in the Tech Watches. That's right now the LG 27-inch monitor is what I want. It's only $249 for a $400 monitor that just I've been looking at it forever and it's $100 off and I want it.
That's nice. The next really expensive thing that I'm going to probably be buying is a dresser.
Jeez. Okay.
Because we need one for the wife and another one for me, but mine can wait because I have a penis.
Just okay. What is so wrong with getting those like plastic tub things? That's what I do.
They're cheap, they're crap, and they break down very quickly.
I've had mine for years and it hasn't broken.
That
You
might have
haven't
been...
stuffed 400 pounds worth of laundry into yours, now have you?
I don't have 400 pounds worth of laundry because
They
you know.
Like we had a couple of those, and they worked for about 3 months, and then they just stopped working very well. They're still not working very well. You know, there's just no comparison to an actual dresser when it comes to quality and organizational stuff.
Just, you know, the priorities, I guess, a little bit different.
I would be perfectly fine with just having a plastic Tupperware thingy for me. However, Anna disagrees.
I don't know. I convinced Topaz to do it when she moved away.
Yeah, well, that wasn't that hard because she didn't have any money.
She had a lot of money. Well, okay, I should stop talking now.
She didn't have a lot of money for things like dressers. She probably doesn't have any money anymore since y'all probably spent it on rent and food and things like that. You know, silly things that keep you alive.
So horrible.
Oh man.
Right?
Such a horrible thing.
Exactly. But this watch is actually kind of interesting. It's
The Tick Watch?
yeah, Tick Watch Poor. Tick Watch Pro 4G LTE dual display smartwatch.
Yeah,
So,
no. God,
look at it. Let's.
I like Tick Watches. They're really nice watches,
It
actually.
does look nice. 279.
They had a resurgence.
Buck, bring this up in on the stream so that people know what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Because we kind of have that habit of looking at shit.
Yeah, they're just
chat
looking at
can't
this
see.
stupid ass hat.
Just look back at the screen. Yeah, they are.
What audience?
Hey, we
There's
had
at
like
least
5.
2 people.
That's better.
Is that counting or not counting Pav and I?
That's not counting.
Not counting,
So-
no. I don't think.
Kaz, what's Mon's?
What's what?
Money.
Mon.
What?
She said in
it's-
chat, I got
it's-
Mon's.
It's money or food. It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, it's either a typo or it's baby talk. Either way.
You know what? I'm not entirely sure. To be completely frank with you, I can't. I mean, I could just ask her, but I don't feel like it because I think it's
And
funny.
as a response for the not
Mon's
broke,
money?
you live with Pav. You're broke.
I have no response to that because it's true.
The smart pig's a smart pig after all. Actually, this is a nice watch.
I saved
Yeah.
7%. Wow.
I am more interested in the Samsung Gear S3.
See, all right. The Samsung Gear S3 is hands down the best smartwatch out there. Okay.
And it's also $100 cheaper.
Yeah. Well, there's I think it's the Galaxy.
But will it blow your hand off if it
S3
overheats?
Frontier.
No, it won't.
No.
Not at the moment.
This means we haven't stress tested it enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier, and here's the reason why. It does have a touchscreen, right? But it also has a dial at the top that allows you to flip through all of the different things.
I know.
And the tactile feedback of that is just fantastic.
I want it so bad.
Me too. Oh, whoa! You can.
That's-
The international version is only 169 right now.
Nice. I still can't afford it.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
The international version is quad band.
Oh, it does not support. Oh, okay. Okay, so literally the watch that I want. I have no interest in having a watch that connects to mobile networks. A watch should connect to your phone and just be an arm from your phone. It shouldn't be its own thing.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. Send me the link to that.
I think it should just
That-
tell the time. That's all I need it to do.
All right, so when I'm at work, it actually helps me because I have an old Asus Zen 2 watch. It actually helps me for one very specific reason. I can control things like music and YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff from the watch. So when I'm at work, if I can't, like, someone walks in and I'm nowhere near my phone, I can pause it without having to search for my phone and just walk out there. And it is actually quite useful for me. But oh man, I want the Gear 3. It's a really nice watch. But why okay, I want to present this argument to you. Why the fuck would you buy a watch that's supposed to connect to your phone, but also have it be a phone?
See, I want it just so that I can look at it when someone is calling me, and I don't have to
Yeah.
actually pull out my fucking
Yeah.
phone in order to hit reject.
That's also
call.
really nice. Or like have glance at a text message from somebody.
Yeah. Freaking get
See,
that connected to my phone, and then freaking also get one of those neck band things that's got the earbuds that pulls out, so I can have wireless.
So see, I fucking hate the neckband. All right,
See,
neckband is retarded. And I've had this argument with Jables. Funnily enough, here's the thing:
Oh god.
the Bose earbuds, Bluetooth, yeah, wireless. All right, let me find them. Here, these guys.
All right. What are we arguing
These-
about now? I gotta pull this up.
These sound fantastic. They do the exact same thing, but they don't have that retardedly huge neckband that looks ugly as shit. But they do the same. Like you wrap them around the back of your neck, and I own these,
Okay.
and I
So-
love them.
So do you know why I want the heavy one that wraps around your neck?
Jables gave the same argument, but I severely disagree.
What is Jabel's argument?
It's because you work outside, it stays connected to your neck a lot better, from what he says.
Actually,
And
that's entirely true. I have one of those. That's basically what I have. What's up on the screen right now, except
Mhm.
it's a thicker band, and it's great for when you're running. But when I'm crawling around in an attic, I want something with fucking weight so that A, I know it's still there, and B, so when I freaking roll over and I'm laying on my back, the damn thing is still stuck on my neck.
I can see that. Just fuck those little rubber things.
There's just
I
that
hate
thin
those.
rubber that thin rubber her line connecting the two things. They're too loose. They freaking no, it doesn't work because they easily fall off. I've had it happen because I've had a pair of these before. And not only that, but the cord's just dangling there. Whereas if you have the heavier one that sits on your neck, it retracts the cord into it.
Yeah, but it looks so dumb. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But here's my argument.
So let me. I understand your argument. It looks dumb. And frankly, I don't care if it looks dumb. It's not supposed to look cool. It's supposed to be functional.
Well, okay, so here's also the thing. Like, I would agree with you in the sense of what you're saying. Like, I would never buy what they're now calling true wireless earbuds, which is like literally just the little
AirPods.
earbud, basically AirPods. A lot of companies.
I thought about those. I thought about those, and I was like, yeah, no,
They're
I would
horrible.
lose those motherfuckers in a heartbeat.
I would never buy them for two very specific reasons. A, I like to be able to have one ear in, one ear out. And so having a wire, which is what these have, allows me to do that. I can just hang one down, and actually, because I wear a button up, I just tuck it under the collar, the one that's out.
Right, I do
and
that
it holds
too.
it in there. It holds it in there really well. but B, yeah, you're just gonna lose them. You're
Yeah,
gonna lose
it's
one
like,
or both of them.
if I had did like a convenience store job or an office job or something somewhere where I'm inside, you know, and I'm not like crawling through dark attic spaces or basements or doing a lot of things where that requires me to change the position of my body where things can just fall off of me really easily, I would totally just get that because like I said, I've got a set that's like that that's specifically for like working out. And it works great. It's got good sound. It freaking stays in my ears properly. It has good battery life. But it just doesn't work for doing blue collar work because you're too active. You've got too much. You're changing position way too often. You've got to take those things in and out of your ear way too often. It's just doesn't work. You lose them too easily.
See, you two are making
So-
me feel really fucking basic because I just use the really.
All right,
I use the old
up, basic
style,
bitch.
just
hold on.
fucking
Hold on. The
standard
reason
earbuds,
why
no rubber shit
you
involved.
the reason why you can is because you probably still have a smartphone with a headphone jack, right?
I
Me?
still have a smartphone with a headphone jack.
I don't. That's what
I have an
pisses me
S8.
off. I have. So Pixel made Google made like a shit ton of marketing about how the original Pixel still has a headphone jack, right?
Yeah.
After
So I decided
Apple
to
did their
stick
thing,
with
yeah.
Pixel. Yeah, so I decided to stick with Pixels, and I like the just straight. I like Pixel phones. Then they come out with the Pixel 2. And I didn't realize this until I bought the Pixel 2. Well, I didn't actually buy it. I just, switched over my phone for it. But when I got the Pixel 2, they don't
Doesn't
have
have
headphone jacks.
Yeah,
So-
my S8 has one.
So I have a really, really nice pair of Shure had earbuds. And they sound wonderful. Nice bass, good close what's that term? Noise. Not cancellation.
Noise reduction. Like, what does it do?
It's like it has. Okay, so there's no leaking. Is kind of what that term means. It creates a seal. Good noise
No
seal.
interference.
Noise insulation.
Thank you.
you go,
That's exactly what I was looking for. I really like those, and that's what I would use. I would use if I still had a headphone jack. Like, fuck wireless. I have no problem with wired. Wired makes things easier. A little bit. I mean,
Wired doesn't
some
run
of
out of
them-
batteries.
yeah, that's the main thing. Wiring doesn't have batteries, and that's actually the only argument that I could hear someone make for the true wireless earbuds. It's because the true wireless earbuds, almost all of them have a case that has like 2 extra charges
Mm-hmm.
built
And
into
that's not
it.
bad. But
No, it's not bad.
one, I would have to keep that case in my pocket at all times to use
Mhm.
it because I can't fucking stand having earbuds in my ears for longer than 20 minutes. I just can't. It feels wrong.
It
Like-
hurt.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. That's the same problem I have with Ear Pro. After a while, if I'm not wearing the right size Ear Pro, they fucking hurt. Luckily, I have a set of Ear Pro that works great. But where was I going with this? Earbuds. Those freaking earbud things. It's like I hate having shit in my pocket. I have a belt pouch just for my phone, knife, and inspection light. I have a minimalist wallet, front pocket wallet, that goes in my pocket, and that's the only thing that goes in my pocket because I can't freaking sorry, I gotta draw the line somewhere. I can't walk around with a purse, you know. But
You know what? You know what? Topaz has this like Percy backpack thing that's actually really kind of cool.
Yeah, no.
Though it's really, really tiny. So if I wore it, I would
I-
look
I
like
would-
some kind of gay homo. I mean that.
I was about to say.
say.
I was about to say, it would be a viable option if I didn't look like I, you know, Was a catcher.
You
rather
mean
than a
like the
pitcher.
fucking like the fanny packs everyone wore in the 90s?
No.
No.
This-
Think.
The little
Think.
pouch that you wear
those-
on your belt to keep your credit cards wrapped in tinfoil so the government can't find your secrets out.
No. This is
Fucking
literally
grandparents did that.
think the Spice Girls, Baby Spice, that tiny ass little backpack she walked around in.
Oh yeah, like huge ass straps and then the pack's the size of a fucking thimble.
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen those, and it's like, why?
And a guy walking around with one of those, he's either holding it for his girlfriend because his girlfriend's too fucking lazy to carry her own purse that weighs maybe 3 pounds.
That or she's going to the bathroom and you don't want to have that in the bathroom. Like,
Or
I will make an argument.
and doesn't want to carry it, even though it's her fucking purse and she chose to bring it. Sorry, I don't carry my wife's purse for her. She chose to bring it, so she's fucking carrying it.
I get weird looks from Topaz when I take her purse.
Well, that's because
What does she think you're gonna do? Run?
Well, no, has nothing to do with concern
Why-
about the purse itself.
Panda actually figured out really quickly not to hand me her purse because I'll just start walking away with it. I'll just you know what? If you want to hand me your purse and you want to be without your purse, that's fine. I'm gonna go this way. If you choose to come with me, that's your deal. But I'm going this way because I have the power now.
You're giving me the checkbook. Oh, this was a change.
But yeah, if she's carrying around one of those really big purses out of necessity, like she's going to a job interview, and that's one of those things that you have to have for a job interview, one of those nice fancy purses,
So,
then I'll
oddly enough,
hold it for her for like 2 minutes.
Are you looking at what all I have in there?
yeah, I'm wondering why you have such a big purse. And so I'm.
It's so
I'm
she can
trying to
carry everything that she might need
There's
for the
like a
day.
little lunch in there too.
Well, yeah, she works all day, so. it
How
makes
else is
sense
she
for her
supposed to
have it.
lose her car keys? I mean,
And the 19 pens, the 19 pens she carries around.
Oh no! I'm not even justifying a response to that statement. Nope. If she heard it, she can respond to it, but I'm.
But yeah, that's it. I got a pouch for my phone, my knife, and my inspection light, and it works great. It's one of those Dickies work gear things, and that's it. I can't stick things in my pockets. It bugs the shit out of me. Even my vape, I have to. My pants have a specific pocket in the front that is designated for my vape because it's the right size. It's advertised as a cell phone pocket, but if you have a phone in a case like any sane person would have, then it's not going in this pocket because it's too small. But it's the perfect size for my vape. And I have a minimalist vape at this point that only goes up to 80 watts, so it fits in there just
I don't understand how you do that. I am.
because I don't have my watts going over 65. I don't need them to.
I have my watch at 110.
See, if I still built my own coils, it would go up to 110, but I don't.
See, I don't like this. Never mind. We're gonna get too far into that. All right.
It's technology.
It
It's
is
technology.
we went from we're not going to talk about Prime Day to we're going to talk about Prime Day to backpacks and pockets. I love it.
Hey, we made this cover. We made that decision before Pig was even here, and then Pig realized it was Prime Day, and all of a sudden we got derailed.
I'm really
As
good.
per norm of this show.
I'm really, really good at pointing in a direction, and the show just kind of follows.
To change this show's name to Off the Rails. Well, I
Off the
mean,
rails.
were there rails to begin with? I don't even know.
All
Well,
right,
we were kind
so
of just
what's
opening the show.
What's the first actual article that we wanted to talk about?
I've had a couple pulled up.
Jesus, I have
Yeah, I'm
so
seeing
many in
one
front of me
for
right now.
Fallout 76. I
So
see
currently,
one for
yeah.
Destiny 2, one for Area 51 Raid,
Yes.
one for Apex Legend Cheaters.
Yeah. So those two are going to be on the same, the Apex Legends and the Destiny
Area
2 article
51?
are Destiny 2 are going to be on the same like bracket. And then so yeah, so we have do we want to do the one that I posted that I didn't think we should talk about, but I'm still kind of pissed about, so I want to talk about it.
Which one is that?
No, I know
The
which one you're talking
GPUs
about.
degrade in performance over time.
I don't really want to talk about that. It's
Oh.
That's gonna be another rabbit hole.
That is definitely going to be another rabbit hole. I'm
And then
sorry,
I'm just
Bob,
gonna
but
be
we
like,
both-
I don't know what's going on.
Bob, you and I
It's-
both know if you and I start talking about this, it's all we'll talk about for the next hour and a half.
Okay, you know what? It's such a basic like problem with the article itself, not really with technology. So
Well, just to pause you right there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go get a beer because I just finished my whiskey and I don't feel like going upstairs butt ass naked. I'll be right back.
you know, it's not actually really all that hot here.
Yeah, today hasn't been too bad. It's been kind of cloudy. It's been kind of off and on.
Did you to totally derail everything again? Did you see the Robin Hood movie that came out last year?
I saw the ads for it and it looked kind of meh.
All right, so I happened to find it and I started watching it. First of all, the costume design is very modern. Like they're wearing clothes that look incredibly modern, but they're not.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. Second off,
I'm
the
back.
opening like fight scene at the beginning of it when Robin is in the Crusades,
Uh-huh.
they're using like modern warfare tactics. Like they're checking corners, they're using bows indoors, they're they're going through buildings, which makes
What-
no fucking sense. They're
What
do-
is this you're talking
they're
about?
going
What the
they're
fuck?
dodging turrets, like actual literal bolt turrets. Now I know that they've had like kind of like stationary turn bolters before, but it just the whole thing
Little
like,
ballista setups, that makes sense, but
yeah, no, instead of wearing like full armor, they're wearing what looks exactly like a old stylized version of current like body armor. Like if you look at
what the hell are you talking about?
last year's Robin Hood movie.
Oh, I never.
It-
Oh, I thought that was actually based in more modern era.
No, this is 1100s.
really?
This
I
is
need to actually
1100s.
the
I need to
Crusades
actually
didn't
watch this
happen
now.
recently.
Oh, it takes place during that time. Like, and I'm watching this. I'm like, why are they taking bows and arrows? What the hell? Why is no one using swords? Why are we in a destroyed town that looks like it's been bombed? Like,
I thought it was like a modernized retelling of the story, like they did with freaking a lot of Shakespeare's tales.
yeah, no.
No.
This is 100%.
I need to watch this now.
I'm not. I don't hate it. I'm just confused because it's just like why would you do that?
Like, who made this decision?
I need to actually like suggest this movie to Shadiversity
Okay,
and have him talk about it.
and have him like bring up all the things because I can
What's
walk you
wrong
through
with
the.
it?
Well, just starting off the costume design.
You would do it so much more funny.
It
You
depends.
You watch Shadiversity, right?
I have never heard of this channel. No,
Are
I
you
shall look it
fucking
up.
serious?
Shut
Look
up.
it up, dude. It's fucking great.
Shadowversity.
Shadiversity.
Shada.
SHADI. Shadiversity.
Okay, there's a possibility that he's probably already done it.
Possible.
Because it came out last year, so I would.
It's like he talked about Battle Angel Alita. He talked about. It's like he's really into like medieval everything.
Oh no, I have seen this guy's channel.
It's
No,
fucking great,
one of my
dude.
roommates was talking about it because it was like, he'd seen the Captain Marvel
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
and he was talking about how great it was while seeing a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
It was just.
Oh, it's a great movie if you like dumpster fires.
Oh shit. Okay, let's see. So
I didn't actually watch. I don't think I actually watched his one on Captain Marvel. And we're down to 3 people watching.
that's just us. We've lost the entirety of anyone who's not us watching.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck it, let's keep going.
We already
So
started.
we're gonna cross movies off the things to talk
What?
about list.
Stream.
The stream dropped? What do you mean?
Like I've got a spinning wheel of death.
Buck?
What?
I'm not spinning wheelie of death.
Not
It's
either.
still stream status is good on my end. What the fuck?
Kill the stream, bring it back up.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, never mind.
Huh. Stopaz gonna be our tech advisor now.
Yeah.
I might need that. Oh man.
Repair
Oh.
leaking condenser coil. I am going to save that for later.
It's back.
Okay. Alright, so I mean, why don't we just jump in and get rid of the articles then?
Yeah.
It's already 7 o'clock.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll
right.
Just to pound through.
I mean,
these
that is
suckers.
kind of our format, though. Like we
just
talk
talk about
about
whatever
shit
the
for an
fuck
hour.
we want.
Yeah.
I am kind of interested in talking about this whole Apex Legends thing.
Yeah, no, it's that, and then it's also Destiny 2 that I kind of want to bring up, but I want to bring them up at the same time because they're talking about something along the same. It's interesting.
I'd like to squeeze in the Area 51 stuff, but only because of the
Why don't
fucking
we
New
do
York
that?
Times article.
Yeah, no.
About it.
So let me
Holy
me,
shit.
reshare the New York Times article down here, and why don't we just do that first?
Okay,
Oh,
we're
that
not
one.
we're not gonna read the whole thing.
So
Yeah.
I'll read a portion of it.
There's
All right.
one part I want to highlight.
Since he hasn't heard it, let's have him do it. But okay.
Go for it.
So apparently, both of you probably know more about this than I do. I only heard just like slight comments.
I've only seen little bits, snips here and there.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, man, some of these people are probably taking this very fucking seriously, and a whole bunch of people are gonna get fucking shot. And it's gonna be glorious because Darwin Awards, thank you.
All right. So what would happen if a crowd of people stormed the gates of Area 51 looking for aliens, and all of them ran really fast with their arms outreached behind them? We probably won't find this out, but the idea has captured interest of more than 1 million people on social media. The joke
We're
is
not
caught
gonna
its
find it out now. I mean, you've already kind of, laid out their plan, so they gotta change it somehow. Listen,
Oh
guys,
my God.
we actually gotta drop the whole Naruto running thing because it's dumb.
All right.
And someone
so-
pointed it out.
the joke, like someone pointed out, but the most important part is it's kind of stupid. The joke has caught the attention of the Air Force too. A spokesman warned that acting on the plan would be dangerous. On June
Yeah,
27th,
we'll fucking shoot you.
A Facebook account whose name includes vulgarity shared
Jesus
the
Christ.
event called. Really? That's like what the fuck?
Storm Area
Shared the
51.
event.
They can't,
can't
stop all of them.
That's wonderful.
It's kind of like that meme that I saw. Let's storm the Vatican. They can't rape all of us. And I beg to differ.
So apparently it is scheduled for 3 a.m. on September 20th. You're not gonna have 1 million people showing up to that. That's 3 a.m. I'm not getting up for that shit.
You're gonna have like 3 billion people gonna show up.
So basically, what I'm hearing from this is September 20th. Everybody is going to stay up till 3 a.m. to see if there are any reports of it actually happening.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's not far from Area 51.
And I'm not going to guarantee it, but I am pleasantly looking forward to the Darwin Awards of 5 or 6 people who actually showed up, got freaking apprehended before they even got anywhere near it, and one person freaking trying to solid snake it with a fucking box, getting shot.
Oh my god, I want to see that! Not the getting shot, the whole, like, cardboard box thing.
I took the
I want to see
fucking
that
box
too,
off.
but I also want to see the getting shot part, because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, you're kind of fucked that way. That's not far from Area 51, a secretive military site at Nellis Air Force Base in southern Nevada. All right, so that's kind of, I guess, just introduction to what is going on. There's a lot of things that
The existence of Area 51 was formally acknowledged by the federal government in 2013.
So since I've kind of read the opening, go down to we will meet up
Oh
at Area
my
51.
God.
He
Yeah,
actually
no.
brought up.
Yeah, no.
Dude,
Start it. Start
dude.
reading it.
He actually brought up the Naruto run
No,
style.
that's your. Oh my god.
No,
You're
it
just
gets
ruining
it gets
it.
better.
Yeah, just okay. So start where.
will not
Start
be-
with.
Go
We will
ahead.
all meet up. Start with
We will all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. The Facebook event page said, "If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens." The Naruto run is a style of running associated with Naruto Uzumaki, the main character in the Japanese anime series Naruto. It's a meme. To do the run, you tilt your torso forward, extend your arms out behind you, and sprint goofily. And I swear to God, in high school, the freaking weeaboos swore that it made them faster.
Oh yeah, it's more aerodynamic.
Oh my god.
You know that, right?
No, it's actually freaking.
I know.
funny.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
No, what's funny is if you lean forward a little bit while you're sprinting, you actually
Catch more air.
you
pushes-
actually go a little bit faster.
Okay, the
If we all-
arms is just the
Hold
stupid
up.
thing.
If we all hit
You're not like tilting forward, like crouching and running at the same time like they do with Naruto. But if you lean forward a little bit,
I'm sorry. No, I get what you're saying. Keep reading.
I'm just
Fuck, why
gonna
did you
skip
read it
ahead
since
to
you
another
found out?
comment. If we all if we all hit our vapes at the same time, we can use it as cloud cover so they won't see us coming.
that's not a bad plan, actually. You get a bunch of cloud chasers out there.
Oh my god.
I'm crying.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Alright, as of
Holy
Monday, more than 1
shit.
million people have responded to the post to say they're going to...
Oh my god. The aliens, when they realize being freed from... Did the phone just fucking ring?
No.
I could swear our phone just started ringing and it's 10:15. I was about to pick that sucker up and start screaming, "It's you motherfucker! Why the fuck are you calling my house right now?" This post, the aliens, when they realize being freed from Area 51 means they have to get jobs. It is a pissed off wearing a turtleneck.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, these are great.
Oh man. Oh god. But as it turns out, some people.
Go ahead.
As it turns out, some people may be taking the event seriously. A little in Rachel, Nevada,
Little alien.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
Alien. That's
What are you-
literally what it's saying.
Yeah.
I get that now, but I didn't want to try, so I moved on. Which is close to Area 51, has gotten an unusual high number of reservations on a certain date.
Oh no. Oh no.
Woo!
Bartender today walked past me and said, "I hate to tell you, but every phone call I've had is about September 20th."
It's just gonna be a bunch
Shit out
of
of the-
fucking neckbeards on their scooters. Just at dawn we ride, and then you just see this fucking dust cloud of.
Do you know why they're going to Rachel and not Amargosa? It's because the people going to Rachel are actually the spectators.
Yeah.
Probably.
They want to see how many people show up.
People are actually going. Oh, I'm going to be watching the news until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh man.
September 20th, which is unironically my wife's birthday. I will be taking the next day off because I will be up until 4 o'clock in the morning on the 21st watching more news coverage.
Well, that's 3 a.m.
I will be putting in the vacation request tomorrow.
That's 3 a.m. Pacific time, so you're gonna be up until 6.
Okay. I will be putting in a vacation request for the 21st, and I
The
will
20th.
be waking up at the 21st.
So it would be 3 a.m. the 20th.
Oh.
So
well,
all the news would
okay.
come out on the 20th.
I will be putting in for vacation on the 20th, telling my wife it's for her birthday, and secretly just wanting to be able to watch the news that morning.
You going to that Area
She's not,
51
she's not
thing?
actually in the room right now, so that scheme might actually work.
So I love this next comment. They're pretty serious, says Miss West. They're coming. People are coming. Phrasing. In response to questions about the Facebook post, McAndrews and an Air Force spokeswoman said that the Air Force does not discuss specific security measures. He noted that the Nellis Test and Training Range is an area where the Air Force tests and trains combat aircraft. It is not the first time military officials.
So what they'll be doing is each 2-man patrol squad that's going to be going through patrolling the gates, they're all going to have saws. 249 saws and like
Beanbag rounds?
combat load. Nope. Full combat full combat loadout.
No, I think it would be best if like they all had beanbag rounds, because then it'd be even more funny.
But they'd have to use pump action shotguns with
Oh right. Shit.
that's the problem. They'd only be able to carry like 30 rounds each. So
basically Russia during World War One.
basically,
Okay.
or what they could do is they could use sim rounds, because those motherfuckers hurt.
It is rubber, right?
No, they're a gel, they're like chalk, but
That's
softer,
hard. But okay.
but softer, more like a paste chalk when it
Okay.
actually hits you.
Yeah, rubber would probably still kill you.
Rubber would probably kill you. Yes, sim rounds will kill you if it hits you in the throat, or if it hits you in the head.
Or if it hits
Very
you
specific- a
in
very
between
specific-
beats of your head. Heart.
No.
Never mind. You
A
lost. the
beanbag
joke.
round will,
Yeah.
if it hits you right on the heart.
Oh god. This is not the first time military officials have had to respond to the concerns about possible paranormal. Earlier this year, the Navy seemed to officially acknowledge a report of sightings of strange objects in the sky when it sent out a new classified guidance on how to service members on how service members should report to the military calls unexplained aerial phenomenon or unidentified flying objects. In 2017, the New York Times reported on the shadowy program at the Pentagon that has been investigating reports of unidentified UFOs for years. What? Okay, I think this person thinks he's pretty funny. But rather than infiltrate secret military sites, Earthlings in search of evidence of extraterrestrial life may want to keep an eye on the specific explorations like the ones taking place on Mars or planned events to explore a moon of Saturn. All right, so I think we've gotten all of the laughs that we can out of this article, but just Jesus
let it
Christ.
be known, the New York Times had to explain what a fucking Naruto run is.
I mean, come on. Who reads the New York Times?
Normies.
Yes, exactly. Normies
Fucking A.
read the New York Times. Of course, they're going to have to explain the Naruto run.
What's a Naruto run?
Naruto run. Yeah, I doubt anybody's. No, God, never mind. All right.
You know what's funny?
What?
Is I've actually watched a group of weebs Naruto run during
So
a
have
PT test.
So have I.
It's fucking hilarious.
I was in high school too, Pig.
Well after I was.
Which is almost more sad. Because
No.
I'm pretty sure it was around the time I was in high school when the TV show was like getting all of its attention in America.
No.
No?
I'm sorry. When the TV show first came out was in like
2003.
2003. Yeah. That was when I was in high school.
Okay.
And that's when it was actually getting all of its attention. Is when it became
We're
popular.
that much older than me, Pig.
6 years?
Kinda. Yeah.
Kinda 6 years? How old are you, Bob?
No, I was just as far as high school goes, like when we were in high school.
I was in high school 4 or 5 years before you were.
Yeah.
It was popular when I was going through high school. It was very.
Alright.
It was probably the most popular when I was going through high school. Because it just came out, and it was still just the freaking hipsters were saying it was bad. Now everyone's. Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that train of
Yeah.
thought. Let's just
So
stop it.
Destiny 2's hot new farming spot can be AFK'd.
Really?
Yeah. So Destiny players are farming without playing, but they're being courteous about it. So they bring up this thing that's it's kind of interesting. Buck can attest to this really well, especially in things like Gambit and shit. We would run into people who would literally just join
Just
a match, not
and
do
just
anything.
sit there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I once had that happen in 2v2s in the Crucible for like a solid 3 hours. It was me and the same freaking guy that was just sitting there. The best part was the other team also had an AFK player.
An idler.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And
Yeah.
so for like the first 6 matches, I was whooping their ass. and then they left, and then it was a few other people who still, like, I was still being pinned up against that one AFKer, and then like different people for a little bit longer, and then eventually that person got kicked, and then I ended up against 2 people. I think for the first 4 matches after it was basically 2v1. I was still winning. I was still kicking ass, and then they realized that all they had to do was go kill the AFK player, and then they would win. and then it all went downhill from there. I made a few friends from that.
Nice.
Because, well, how you won the round was based off of how many kills.
Yeah.
And so they
Deathmatch.
could just keep showing up to where the AFK player was spawning, kill him. Didn't matter if they even dealt with me. So if I was streaming, half the stream would have been me being like, "Don't you dare! No, don't kill him! No!" Just running around the map trying to find where he spawned.
Just trying to find where he spawned and defending him.
Basically, yeah.
This
Like,
is my
"No!
Vatican.
This is my Private Ryan.
I call him Greg. He is mine.
That's actually a good accent. Nice job. Hello, everybody. This is my friend Greg. He's mine. You can't have him.
That was terrible.
I'm,
All right,
I'm
so-
drawing on years of watching Caboose.
Yes.
Honey, you can turn that light off if you want.
Which is unfortunate, because I'm probably the most like Caboose in this little stream of ours, but I can't talk like him. So
Are you freakishly
So-
strong?
No.
I meant mentally, but okay.
Well, that's a good thing to be upfront about, I guess.
All right, so basically,
You know whose accent I really want to get down? The fat kid from Jimmy Neutron.
Carl?
Yeah. I really want to get his accent down. You know, the can't breathe through your nose speak.
Me?
Yeah, I can't fucking do it. I know what you mean, though.
I said
Yeah.
Carl, not James Charles. I typed in Carl memes and I got a bunch. I just have a shit ton of James Charles memes.
Carls. The fucking overweight fashion blogger. Now, no amount of foundation will fix these man titties, but
Oh, Carl Weezer.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Hang
the
out
one.
with your mom.
That was horrible.
He's kind of got the talk where like you can. He kind of talks in B's, like you can hear the fact, like I bought the bracelet, kind of a thing.
whoever voiced him understood his voice completely.
Yeah.
All right. So, I guess I'm gonna skip down to pretty later on in the article, and so the unfortunate side effect of AFKing usually hurts the players who want to compete in the forges. Forges being a basically a
They're
wave-based.
a little match-made event where you have to progress through 3 different waves, but each wave has a fail state. And
Yeah.
if you complete all of them, you get some nice loot. If you don't, you get some loot, maybe.
Sometimes
2 tokens in a blue.
So, and it's completely. I think it's 3 people only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's completely dependent on all 3 people doing their job. So obviously, AFKers are going to hurt everybody. So in order to remain courteous to find other like-minded farmers, players have intentionally been lowering their power level as much as they possibly can. So there's 2 levels in Destiny. There's your level, which is like every other game, you know,
Your
1
character
through 50.
level and your light level, yeah.
And then you have a light level, or power level as they call it here, which is based on how powerful your gear is. So you can change that out. Like, there was some times when I would just randomly do shit in the like light level 10 gear, like the Vanguard Dare set.
Yeah, which...
Yeah.
Fuck, I need to, like, pick that up this week now that there's another quest.
Oh shit, is there?
I've just been ignoring it this week.
I still haven't played Destiny since like the beginning of February.
Yeah, same here.
We should fix
I
that.
need
So-
I need to show you guys this.
What's up?
You
do this.
popping off a bottle cap?
No.
All right.
I'm showing you something, not letting you hear something.
What
Okay.
the fuck? Is this?
So you're gonna put that on stream, and then we're gonna come back to this.
Yeah.
And then you're also gonna read it, because it's too small on my screen for me to read it.
I will read it.
Okay.
You know you can hit the control key and mouse wheel up and zoom in on things.
I cannot do that now.
Why can't you do that?
Well, if I'm just clicking on an image, holding Control Z and zooming, it doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I
Okay.
guess I could open it in this. Oh, well, yeah, if I open it in the browser, sure.
Yeah, there
I can
you
do
go.
that.
But yeah, we
just-
will talk about it.
I just read what you shared. I need another drink.
Alright, so I guess I'll read it. So...
I just killed my beer. It was half full. I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll read it. So this is from a one Sonic Screwdriver. I don't know what forum this is from, but it popped up on Twitter.
I don't
and
want to know what forum this is from.
So, this is posted January 28th, 2019. So I came out to my girlfriend of 5 years about my lifestyle and brought her over to my place for the first time since we'd met. I showed her my room, the one with the big playpen I sleep in parentheses. I have pictures here in the costume playpen thread. Custom playpen thread. I told her about how I'm not actually who I told her I was, but how I am actually Tommy Pickles. I explained it just like how you all recommended. I even told her she would make a great Kimmy, hoping she'd appreciate the compliment. She got real quiet after that. And so to break the ice, I went over and got the custom embroidered diaper I got off of Etsy for her, and I asked her if she wanted to get baby with it. She just gave me this awful look and asked me to drive her home. She didn't say anything on the ride back, and wouldn't even kiss me goodbye like she always does. It's been a month, and I haven't heard back from her. And the last time I called her number, her father was on the phone, and he threatened me and called me a freak. Babies? How do I fix this mess? I'm trying to think of what Tommy would do, but I don't know if his screwdriver could get me out of this mess. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to planet Earth. Can I get off this ride now? It's spinny and it's making me dizzy.
What's going
I'm
on?
having a really hard time talking, because I what the serious fuck? Like...
I just wanted to make sure that everybody else shared in this what the fuckerism.
I want to, but I am because I'm here. So this is a two Corona situation.
Has,
Okay,
you're the
back to the
freakishly strong
Destiny
one?
2 article.
Yeah, let's go back to that after try to not think about everything we just read.
Moving on.
I'm
All
getting
right,
really good
so-
at controlling the stream, guys.
Yeah, you are. Bungie's servers intentionally look for players whose close in proximity and power level when you try to matchmake. The Forge's recommended power levels are about 600 power, so most players are trying to farm at are lowering their gear. Oh, God, what the fuck did we just read? God, okay. Lowering their gear score to around 300 or 400 just to be safe. So instead of being grouped up with appropriately leveled players, all the lower level farmers are getting grouped up together instead. Basically, what they've done is they've created a situation where they're getting past the randomness of matchmaking to get matched up with other people who are also not doing the event in order to farm it without having to do it. Okay, I had somewhere I was going with this. What the fuck, pig? Jesus Christ!
Yes.
See, if you don't watch the show, you don't know what you're missing.
Absolutely don't
quite
know what
simple.
you're missing.
No, adult babies are a thing. Like
No, I know they're
everybody
a
knows that
thing.
adult babies are a thing. This is a whole new twist on adult babies. This is adult babies, but fictional, as well. Okay. All right. So we actually have another
it's
article.
It's like a persona, except it's a
I
diaper
don't
persona.
want to continue this conversation at all. So let's just. All right. So we
I
have
can't
another
stop.
article from PC Gamer about
You're
Apex
not
Legends.
getting away from this. Bob.
I'm
not.
pushing too. Apex. So another online
Speaking
game.
of personas, Buck, did you if you had a persona, what would it be? Don't actually answer that. I'm just fucking with Pav right now.
I was gonna say, well, shrimp's taken.
What?
By your penis.
No.
What?
Layman.
Zing.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
You've had a lot to drink, haven't you?
Me?
No, you have. Jesus Christ.
I'm only on number 3.
I have not actually. I'm only on I lost count. I'm gonna go get another one.
Well, that was beer number 2, and you've already had some whiskey, so,
Okay,
what does
so
that translate to in beers? I don't know.
moving on now that he's gone. All right,
Quick, before he comes back.
so technically, I don't know if you would consider that cheating. I would kind of consider that cheating there, Buck. Just going AFK for things like that.
What?
Because you're okay.
Oh, with the...
Yeah, back to the actual topic at hand.
Oh, I brought up the next article, but talking about Destiny,
I would consider that
kinda?
cheating. Like, it's not using any program to cheat, but you're
you're
not
using what the
doing
game
anything.
offers.
Yeah.
It's not...
Well, okay. So it's not.
It's hard to call it an exploit because it's exploits are usually something you have to, like, do in a complicated fashion. It's like if you do this combination of things, you get infinite. No, it's like you're leaving the game running, and you're just taking losses for materials. God, I don't know. And I mean, if you're in an AFK party, who's gonna report you?
Right. Right. So, again, coming back to parties. So, basically, Respawn Entertainment recently shared some information into what it's doing to combat the ever-present problem of cheating in Apex Legends. A new check-in posted on Reddit is light on specifics, but it reveals some big picture insights into what's being done to check people who are more interested in winning than how to play the game and how they play the game.
I'll take over.
Sure, I have somewhere I'm going with it, so start reading.
So developers are using machine learning to create behavior models that detect and auto-ban cheaters. Respawn wrote, in working to improve their ability to detect and ban spam accounts before they're used. Two-factor authorization will be required, or may already be required, on high-risk accounts in some regions, and of course, Respawn is continuing to work on its ability to detect new cheats going forward. The most interesting and also specific point, though, is that Respawn is matching up detected cheaters and spammers so they're forced to play against each other in matches. Can't join them?
Yeah, there's a word missing there.
There is a word missing there.
It just says
so
if you can't them.
It's a bit like if you can't beat them, join them, except instead of joining them, you're bonking their heads together like coconuts and locking them in a closet.
Which is funny. Except,
this is by PC Gamer. I thought I was...
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought this was by Kotaku, and I was like, I've never thought Kotaku had anything entertaining to say. but I was wrong.
This
And
is PC
then I saw
Gamer.
it was PC Gamer, so I'm like, oh, yeah, wait a second. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Even if you are not specifically using a cheat, partying up with cheaters is still cheating. No.
If you do it, wait. If you do it intentionally, I think they're referring to non-matchmaking. Because like, there's the matchmaking if you just join solo
No, I
and get
mean, like,
matchmade with other people.
even if you're matchmaking with someone, if you don't know they're going to start cheating. See, I'm not big on this whole guilt by association sort of thing.
When it comes to something like this, though, how are you going to determine whether or not someone actually genuinely didn't know that they're the person that they partnered
Well,
up with
how
is
are
going
you going
cheat?
to do the opposite? How are you going to verify that they actually did know that the person they were partying up with was going to cheat? That's the catch-22 of it. That's why I'm not really big on the freaking whole guilt by association thing, because you can't fucking prove it.
And the only way you could
can't-
prove it is if they were in a party before the matchmaking sequence started.
No,
That's-
even you can't even prove it that way. The only way you could actually, beyond a shadow of a doubt, prove it is if you have them recorded saying, "Dude, let's fucking get that freaking cheat going, blah blah blah, whatever." You'd have to actually have proof of them admitting knowledge of the cheating getting ready to take place. And that's the problem. It's like, you can't do that.
True.
This is
True.
why I don't like guilt by association. Yes, there are people out there who are gonna fucking cheat. Yes, there are people who are out there who know who they're about to party with is going to cheat. But still, you can't fucking prove it.
You know, I see. Here's the thing. Reading this, right? Reading this to kind of just go off into a different point. I understand what you're saying, but I think we've like made that
Beat
point.
it to death.
Yeah. So, are they gonna stream these games? Because that would be wonderful. If we just were watching, like, and like, I wish we could do it in a way that before
everyone in the game has aimbot.
basically.
That
Yeah,
would
so
be
you have-
awesome.
So you
It
have
would
a
be
ton
like
of people
Infamous
who are
on
cheating.
steroids.
Yeah, if you have a ton of people who are cheating, but like before they realize what's going on, before they realize that they've been matched with a ton of other people who are also cheating, that would, like, having them all freak out, just being like, how did I lose?
That was like one of my favorite fucking game types of Unreal Tournament was Insta-Gib.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like everybody has a shock rifle. That shock rifle is like insta-kill. So it's all down to freaking
Landing hits.
aim. Skill. It's pure skill.
Nah.
It has nothing. It is entirely mouse or like controller skill. Your ability to aim.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
with aimbot, it's not entirely the same. But
Well, you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
Though. It's like,
I get you.
but it's more entertaining to watch because it's down to entirely who actually pushes the button first. It's a roulette. It's Russian roulette.
With friends.
Except, you don't die at the end of it.
Oh man, but so this is kind of one of those things that I'm coming back to. It's like, so technically, even if so with the two things that we're looking at here, with the whole Destiny, AFKers teaming up with other AFKers, and then cheaters being teamed up with other cheaters in Apex Legends. It's still kind of it doesn't fix the issue. It's an interesting way to look at it, but it doesn't fix the issue. Specifically with Destiny, right? Destiny, you are farming goods, which help you in the game. They actually do. If you go off and do like what's it called?
If you get more materials, you
Iron
can...
Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do Iron Banner, your gear matters in PvP. So if you're farming a shit ton of materials, that gives you more leeway to get better gear. And so that still does affect normal players. But then at the same time, same with Apex Legends, though that's a little bit more cosmetic. Apex Legends, like, it doesn't matter what your previous wins have done for you in the game. I mean, kind of.
I don't really know much about Apex Legends. I'm not a MOBA. I'm not a Battle Royale or a MOBA fan.
So with Apex Legends, each character has their own like special abilities.
Right.
And some of the characters are locked behind in-game currency, or if you want to purchase it. Right?
So do you earn in-game currency even if you lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, well, even and especially if you win. So it's cheaters versus cheaters. Like one cheater is still going to win. I mean, there's a lot more effort as far as the Apex Legends one goes, but still, you're going to get different characters, and depending on whether or not you're better with one character or not, it's more subjective on that side than just getting better gear. It is still kind of. I don't know. It's an interesting way to look at it. Hitting okay. So I had something. I completely did before Pig decided to just destroy my mind with some retarded homie thing. Alright,
I am sorry. I did not mean to completely and utterly fuck your head up like that. It was more of a join me in this what the fuck.
Alright, so here's something, a little bit of a palate cleanser, because I find this interesting, and I know, I don't know if you are going to, but I do. So, one of the original ways that I thought that Fallout 76 was going to work as a game is if it was all role-playing. Like, fuck all that extra shit. Like, the activities and the events and all that kind of stuff, all that is incredibly repetitive, boring, and stupid. But as a role-playing game, just specifically role-playing game, where everybody's going around, like, you have traders, some people are traders, some people
I know what
are...
you mean. So kind of like Life is Feudal.
They
took it to the extreme with the different character classes.
Yeah, basically everybody has their own class.
You had enough points to specialize in this, or this. You couldn't do all of them.
And if they
focused, my favorite thing about Life is Feudal.
And if they focused completely on that side of it. So, let's say one of the events that only shows up every once in a while is a heist, right? Well, not everybody is going to be able to break into a lock, or not everybody like everybody has to allow also severely limiting what a character can do, because right now if you were to keep playing the game, like, you'd have everything. You'd be a master of all trades. Yeah. But if you had it completely limited to this character is a lock picker, right? This character is just 100% about picking locks, and have events and special things custom around that. This character is a survivalist. Have one of the events just being like, okay, everything's fucking gone. Like, there is nothing else out there, so you have to have certain perks to be able to, like, hunt. Like, you can't hunt unless like, you're not a normal player wouldn't be able to see
Probably
things.
would really like Life is Feudal.
maybe. But if they had set that up, that would have been really cool.
It would've.
And one thing
And it
that
would have
brought
made for
that
a much more interesting game than what they put out.
yeah. One thing that has brought that back up into my mind is a resurgency of an old faction from Fallout 3 popping up in Fallout 76. So the article that I'm looking at is a Polygon article, unfortunately. But the title is Bounty Hunters of Fallout 76 that will kill anyone you want for a price. Now, I'm actually not really going to pay much attention to this article, to be honest. I just have some things I want to talk about it. So the bounty hunters aren't actually bounty hunters. That got it wrong. They're mercenaries. Throughout the world of Fallout, there's been hundreds of mercenary groups, right? Most of them are you actually run into them as like protecting traders or protecting towns or that kind of stuff. And they all have their own codes and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one very famous for willing to take any job. And it was one of the things that about Fallout 3 that kind of disappointed me a little bit. I wish they would have dug into that a little bit more. But it was called Talon Company. How you would meet Talon Company in Fallout 3 was if you were like a good guy, you were going out and doing the right thing and everything, you would meet the Talon Company because they would show up and be like, hey, so somebody put a bounty on your head. They don't tell you who it was. Just for more ambiguity for whichever like bad person you stopped, you know, blah blah blah. Their friends want revenge or something. They put a bounty on your head and then they try and kill you. And as long as you're a good person, you're going to, you know, go do that. They had a karma system. So right. And this was something that was, you know, talked about like when you'd hear other characters bring up the Talon Company. It was very much along those lines. It's like, you know, there's a lot of good mercenary groups out there, but if you ever run into the Talon Company, stay away from them. They're willing to do anything for money. And, you know, those kinds of things. On the reverse side, if you were a bad guy, you get the not the responders. The hold on. 3 you'd get the regulators. Regulators were kind of they were the really good guys, like the overly good guys. Mm-hmm. All like preach justice and everything. They were kind of
lawful good paladin type guys.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Why does regulators ring a bell?
Fallout 3.
Oh.
Yeah. They had that old trench coat, and they take it upon themselves to punish troublemakers and do their best to keep some balance of peace wherever they are.
We talking about the 76 thing?
Yeah, we are. So sorry, Buck.
No, fine.
So it's just kind of interesting. So when I saw this, I don't even think it was the Polygon article, but it was something else that brought this up. Is the Talon Company will they've created their own kind of really interesting
kind of fucked up judging by the picture.
Yeah, really interesting and fucked up RP that they have worked into the horrible system that is Fallout 76. And what's great about it is for every kill or every job they do, they post a video or some kind of thing on Twitter. So you can go see all their kills. And they'll even kill people specific ways or that kind of stuff. It's actually really interesting, and it almost made me get back into Fallout 76 again. The problem is that the game still doesn't completely work. I tried.
When will it ever?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't think
maybe
I've
when
touched. I don't think I've touched 76 since January.
I think the game will probably work when they release private servers. Because at this point, everything else is fine for me. Frame rate, everything. It's the lag. Like if I can count to 2 between the time I shoot something and it dies, there's a problem.
Hmm.
Like I shoot something, I don't shoot it again. I count to 2, and then you hear the death, and you get the little like thing showing you. Oh yes, this person is. You all these are. Yeah. I just find it funny, and so the Talon Company has invaded 76, and it just told me that this is what I wanted from Fallout 76. I wanted them to create a completely role-playing game with other people, where things like the Talon Company could exist. You
You could
know,
actually join the Talon Company.
yeah, yeah, they would have like actual built factions, or just like that. If they spent all of their time like getting that together, that would have been great.
You know what's sad is I know there is probably a game out there that is exactly what you're describing, except it's either isometric
Yeah.
or the graphics are so shit, the graphics and the gameplay is so shit that you just can't do it.
So what I'm hoping, here's what I'm hoping. All right, the amount of time that modders put into Fallout games and just Bethesda games in general is ridiculous. It's retarded. So when they finally release private servers and release the Fallout 76 GEC, is that all of a sudden you're going to get a shit ton of teams getting out there and making Fallout 76 into the ultimate wasteland role-playing game.
I would
Where you
actually play that.
Oh, so would I, in a heartbeat. Like that would
Oh yeah.
I'd lose so much time in my life playing that. Being like just like you're oh man, like creating shit like the A team, like have them go against the Talon Company or set up have Zeus's kind of like how what's it called? Has Arma 3, but have it be even more role playing than just D&D.
Combat.
Yeah, combat. Yeah, a lot more lifestyle choices than just.
I actually think that if there is a game where you could mod it into a wasteland game, like Fallout Wasteland game, and do exactly what you're talking about, it would be Arma 3.
I see. I don't know if
he's
Arma
right.
3 has the mechanics for that.
Arma 3 has the mechanics for that.
Oh yeah.
Arma 3 has all the mechanics, dude.
I mean, I could see that for like medic.
Let me put it this way. Arma 3 right now has a mod where it's pitting the Empire
Yeah. No, yeah.
versus the Empire versus the Empire. As in Star Wars
Oh yeah.
versus 40K versus another one. I can't remember.
So
Probably a bunch of guys
one
in
of my,
red coats and muskets.
One of my
Got
buddies is
flintlocks,
a
lasers, and
leader
chainswords.
of one of the 501st platoons in probably one of the biggest Star Wars mods for Fallout or for Arma 3. He's are the ARC troopers. And like every time I see gameplay of that, I'm like, dude, that looks so awesome. The problem is it's entirely focused around combat. Like the story of it is in the combat, not so much in the world itself.
The thing
I think
is,
that's what.
the thing is that with Arma 3, there is so much that you could actually do with it that I'm pretty sure, I can't guarantee it, I'm pretty sure that you could actually build a wasteland in Arma 3. With the farming and the lock picking and all that. It's got the code in order to do that. It's a very good engine. It just would take forever to build it.
The Wasteland mode it has now is kind of primitive. It's mostly faction warfare and territory control. Like, okay, there's this town that has a gun merchant. Okay, you can take your fire team and head to the gun merchant, but you don't know if someone from another faction is going to be there. And it's kind of interesting because of, I don't know if Pop knows this, or if anyone else knows this for that matter, is the way Wasteland works is you have the main force, the Op 4, and then the mercenaries. Main force and Op 4 are two giant teams pitted against each other, and then the mercenaries are basically loners that can party up into small groups. Loners can kill each other. Main force and Op 4 can't kill their own friendlies, people on their side. But it just makes for a really interesting experience.
When I say Wasteland, I mean Fallout 76 Wasteland.
Right, I know what you mean. Like, what they've got now is a very, 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 very basic version of that. If we're talking faction warfare, if you want that included.
Oh, actually was talking about all things Fallout 76, yet Life is Feudal style, where you have to actually focus on on certain. You can't be a master of all.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you can't even be a jack of all trades, master of one. You are a jack of all trades, master of none, if you want to go that route. But in order to master something, you have to fully commit to it.
And put a lot of systems in there to where it almost forces you to be around other people. I think that's a lot of what is interesting about Fallout 76 is there should be, but there isn't really anything in there that says, "Hey, go do things with other people."
Yeah,
It's just-
exactly. It's touted as an open world MMO, but it's more of an open world single player where other people just happen to be playing the game at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can play the game from base level all the way up to max and solo the final boss without ever having cooperation from another player.
Right. And so I think the main thing that does, it's what that cultivates, because it's not oh, that's a bad thing because it's not hard enough or whatever. It's the culture that it cultivates. It cultivates just not many people seeking out other people to hang out with or to do things with.
It cultivates the lone wolf.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, there are other people there, but they're absolutely irrelevant to what I'm doing.
And that's just, I mean, it's going to be like Rust. That's how I'd play, is get the hell off my lawn.
Yeah, and that's with the base building. It doesn't really...
well. Okay, so with the
way the base build. Well, let's listen. The way the base building is you can't even really do that because you don't have a persistent base in the world.
It's not just that. It's not just that. Okay. Here's the thing. The whole setup of the game, the whole setup of all the trailers was to rebuild the Commonwealth, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck can't you build towns with other players? You can't. You can't build your base next to another player. You have to be a certain...
Not only that, you can't even team up with other players and have a shared base.
Or share resources. Or
share
any
resources.
The entire concept of what could be interesting about the game is just lost. Because the direction that they're taking the game with Wastelanders. I mean, to be honest, I am more interested in the game because of this Wastelanders DLC, but it does, now that I'm thinking about this, it does set up an even more because
In order
no
for you to
one.
get actual human interaction in any way, you had to go to other people. Everything else was just a robot or a
Yeah,
recording or something.
but now the NPCs are there, and they still. I mean, if they decide that they're going to be like, okay, we're going to restructure the entire game systems. If they did that, that would be interesting. But from how they talk about it, it doesn't even sound like they're going to be setting up anything other than a single-player version of Fallout with NPCs.
See, I think the sad part is the reason they didn't put NPCs in is because the other players were supposed to be, and I'm air quoting on this one, the NPCs. But because of the way they designed the game, they couldn't do that. It didn't work. So now they're kind of forced to put NPCs in.
It's just, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, the whole game just leaves a really bad taste in both your and my mouth. I know.
See, my only question with the NPCs is, what if someone else kills them?
They can't be killed.
Yeah, that's also another thing. Like oh god, don't even get me started on just the logistical issues of creating a single player story in a multiplayer world. It's
right.
Unless they create instances. The only way I've seen that work was Star Wars: The Old Republic, where the story missions happen in instances. Not
Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 did it that way too.
I have no experience with either of those games, so I can't really reference them.
I'm just saying they both did that as well.
Yeah, I remember way back when fucking World of Warcraft started. That's when I played it for all of 2 hours. Getting a quest in the starting area from an NPC to go and kill this thing, and then someone else would run up, kill it, get the loot, and I would just have to sit there and wait. And I'm like, this is dumb.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest things about Star Wars: The Old Republic. They didn't have shit like that.
Yeah, so like with Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2, that could still happen with low-level quests, but story quests and things that were like important events, those were all instanced. And they had you might end up waiting for a little bit for the non-story quest stuff, like the side quest stuff, but you wouldn't be waiting for longer than like 5 minutes. And there's so much shit all around in the area. There's so much stuff to do that you're not necessarily waiting, more as in you're trying to stay in the area without dying.
Yeah, no, that's also true.
I loved that about Guild Wars 2.
And
Bob, you don't have Guild Wars 2, do you?
No,
Damn.
no, I just have 76.
Okay.
As far as
Guild Wars 2 has free to play accounts.
I'm really not looking into MMOs, my dude.
I'm just saying, if you were interested, instead of spending money, you could give it a try on one of their free accounts.
I have Kingdom Come Deliverance and Fallout 4. Those two games.
I don't
like,
have.
Not even to
I'm
mention
not,
Destiny 2.
I'm not buying any more games right now.
I'm waiting for Outer Worlds.
I'm waiting for Doom. The freaking collector's edition is what I'm gonna get, and it's a little expensive. So
it's a little expensive.
A little bit.
All right,
but
so
it comes with that awesome helmet and the lithograph.
Oof.
And the art book.
That sounds like Fallout
really
collector's editions. that genuinely.
I don't really care about the helmet, to be quite honest. I mean, it's cool, and if it turns out to be an actual helmet, like they're touting it to be, then awesome. But I'm more in it for the excuse me, the lithograph that I can put up on my wall, and the art book, the concept art book. Shush you. she just basically, we don't have walls. And I'm like, well, we're not always going to fucking live here. That being said, though, it's getting a little late for me, guys.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
just about to bring that up.
So, you guys wanna outro us?
Yep.
Yep, I got no final thoughts. Really, because I'm a fucking workaholic.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight on our Locked and Loaded, talking about whatever the fuck it is that we talked about. Buck has no final thoughts. Paul, how about you?
His
Can
phone
you hear
has
that?
a lot of thoughts.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
my
absolutely
parent-
can hear that.
I'm trying to shut it off.
Oh god, the pinging!
There's a little fucking volume button, you know.
Yeah, and there's also this little button on the side that is it's called a power button.
Just gonna do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Final thoughts. I want to see those streams of cheaters versus cheaters in Apex Legends.
That I agree with this. This would be entertaining. My final thoughts. There you go.
But all right, kill it, Buck.
Dun, dun. Okay.
Seriously, final thoughts is it's really nice to be able to look back and see what could have been and just try to puzzle out what they were trying to go for.
Was 76?
Well, that and there's a bunch of other flops that happened that where you could kind of see what they were trying to go for, but also see where certain things just kind of got in the way. I mean, Fallout 76 was entirely wanted to do this thing as quickly and as cheaply as we possibly could, and these are all the design choices that we went with because we didn't have enough time to actually freaking figure out if that would work or not.
Basically.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.